Good morning. Today is Wednesday, good old hump day. I have to get up, get over it, and then the rest of the week will be downhill. I am on my way to work right now, and just wanted to talk about my struggles with my weight loss and kind of what I've been working through at the beginning of this week. And I don't know, I just feel like there are other women on journeys to better health for various different reasons. Mine include multiple layers, but I'm never gonna lie and say like looks isn't part of it, because it's definitely one of the layers, but I'm coming at it from a more mentally positive space, and with that space I'm really thinking about my overall health and what that looks like for me and what that means and all of that. So today is the 22nd of February, and I'm realizing that this is around the time I usually stop my habits. Like, I'll do something for a little over a month, and I will have a series of events that kind of corrupt me and put me back on my old ways. And for me, that was getting through the month of January, having that first initial big dip of weight loss where pounds are just falling off quickly because I'm making all these changes, to February where my changes have plateaued a bit. I'm not losing 2+ pounds a week any longer. And I had Super Bowl Sunday in there, like, okay, I'm gonna eat on Super Bowl Sunday. And then Valentine's Day, we were having a potluck at work and I was going to eat out. And then I had my period, and I knew in January, my period week, I actually gained, I think, 3 pounds during that week. And I'm like, I don't want to weigh myself, because if I weigh myself during that week, then it's just going to negatively impact my mental health. So I didn't, but I also didn't count my calories, and I just kind of put those two things hand in hand, and that's not what I should have done. In retrospect, I should have still followed my calorie counting. That's not to say like I was overeating and overindulging. I was definitely still limiting my food intake, but I wasn't calorie counting. So I really probably went over a few days because of X, Y, and Z. But anyways, retrospect, I am okay with not weighing myself on my period week, but I had a little self-talk, and I'm like, that doesn't mean you get to pull yourself out of your routines and not calorie count, because that matters. It's okay to not weigh, but you need to be keeping on track. The biggest point of this is because when I did not calorie count for that week, I had the hardest time mentally talking myself into calorie tracking again, because I hadn't done it for a week. I had only gained like 1.8 pounds from my lowest weight, and so I was just like, I don't want to do it. Like, I was coming at it from such a negative space. But truly, calorie counting for me is not that freaking hard. It's just owning and keeping a routine of like what I'm eating. It's just owning it, and that's okay. And so I'm just like, I know that it's my negative internal voice that will kind of step in and overshadow reasoning and convince myself to stop doing healthy things. And sitting with that, especially with my planner, like thinking about my daily goals and all of that, I was like, this is where I would just listen to that voice and do whatever, like sabotage my goals and put myself in the corner and not grow, not enable myself to be healthier and happier. And it's just like this toxic cycle, round and round, little did with myself this week. Normally, I don't dance with those thoughts. I'm like, you're right. I'm fine. Like, I'm just, routines are hard for me and I'm just gonna give up. So this week, I pushed myself to put on my tracker, put it in front of my face. I need to calorie count. I need to start making my bed in the morning, because guess what else I stopped doing during my period week? I stopped making my bed in the morning. I need to clean the kitchen at night. And last night, I almost didn't. But then I looked at my planner that I have wide open on my counter. I'm like, I wrote that with good intentions. I wrote that because I want better for myself. I wrote that because it matters to me when I wake up and my kitchen is a mess. Like, it blows my mind how easy it is for old Raina thoughts, lazy girl thoughts, like those old habits that just keep surfacing over and over again, just because of changes, just because of minor things that make the routine harder. I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and step off this path, and then getting back on the path is so flipping hard. I wanted to share this today. Oh, I just totally drooled. Sorry. Oh boy, I'm really excited. I'm just spitting everywhere. I wanted to share this today because I know that there are a lot of people like me who are like, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and then when some sort of out of routine habits inject themselves into your routine you're trying to build, it's so easy to fall off routine. And I just want to sit here and remind you that if you are doing anything in your life to be healthier, whether it's food related, finances, mental health, like whatever it is, that maybe at the beginning of the year, like me, you're like, I'm doing this to better myself. If you have had a series of events that have knocked you off your track, sit down with yourself, write it down, just think on it, give yourself quiet space, be alone, and sit with it. And remember your why. If your why is still there, maybe it's got a little dust on it, you gotta blow it off. But if it's still sitting there with you and you know that you're pulling the rug over it, recognize that, sit with it, and implement what matters to you. Even if it's really stinking hard, even if your main girl voice in your voice, or main boy voice, whoever I'm talking to right now, is saying, no, it's hard. You don't want to do that. Why do that? Like that obnoxious, nonsensical voice in there that's sabotaging you. Tell her to put a sock in it. Tell him to put a sock in it. Like, what you truly want at the end of this year, in the future for yourself, that freaking matters. And I felt it in my heart this morning to talk about it, because it was a rough couple of days, and I'm still not easy into my routine yet. Not at all. I made my bed very last minute before I left my house today. I kind of had teetering thoughts of what I wanted for breakfast. It's like I calculated my whole meal today, and I was like, oh, but I really would like to go to McDonald's and have or get a coffee this morning, or what. And I was like, why am I counting calories the rest of the day if I'm having these thoughts for breakfast? So I made myself a healthy sandwich. We ate, we felt better. Yes, we did. And I'm gonna get to work and drink lots and lots of water because I'm feeling dehydrated, and I'm realizing that right now. We might get snow. I mean, I'm not gonna believe it until I see it because of where I live, but we might get snow. That's very exciting. The air is dry. So I just wanted to reach out to whoever needed this to let you guys know you're not alone. Building routines is freaking hard, but it's not impossible. And if you had goals set for yourself and you find yourself putting those goals on the back burner again, please sit with yourself and don't let that happen. Don't let that voice or whatever the excuses are that keep building up, piling up, and disguising what you want in your life, like, get through it. I believe in you. If I can work through this and keep working on my health, even if it's like flatlining 1 pound maybe every 2 weeks of loss, I am doing it because it matters. These healthy routines freaking matter. I matter. My health matters. Everything matters. And, okay, now I'm just rambling. I'm almost to work. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful week and that you're taking care of yourselves, and know that I love you so much. I mean, not more than my husband, not more than my children, but I love you as humans, from one human to another. Take care. Love always.